race number 3. And the fleet is too close to the line. Although the leaders are trying to dip back, and so they might pull this off. Santuza appears to be going over early, and they are indeed. Wasabi also appears to be over early.
338. Wasabi also. 338 and Wasabi.
A little bit of a righty now, and the boat on the right here, 3760, is looking great. That's Charlie Quigley leading the way at the moment. And the fleet has got a lot of port tack to go, although in this righty the line is actually pretty square beat. So anyone that tacks out of there is going to have to go behind Charlie, although Charlie appears to be preparing to tack. There's Charlie finally tacked, rightmost in our view. A whole lot of boats underneath him on port, or behind him. Okay, here's 109, Stiletto. John Dexter, we saw them make a bad start and tack. Well, the breeze went right. And that's why Charlie looks so good on everybody to the left of him, but it continued to go right. And so now Dexter's got a huge lead here. Finally, the breeze stopped going left, and the forecast was west going southwest. Well, it went all the way to southeast, and even a touch beyond southeast. Now it's come back to the southeast, and Stiletto is in the lead. Okay, these guys are going to want to get the shoot up right away. Gee, I wonder if this is Franzel coming in on this perfect heel angle on port. They may be able to pick off Charlie Quigley for second, because they have such good boat speed on this port ley line. Wade. Oh, it's Wade. It's Wade fighting it out for second with Charlie. You might have to back up a tiny bit. Here is Charlie. Here, Wade is definitely going below him. Not going to take that chance. And then Warp Drive, who was second in the first race. Looks like they'll round fourth. Despite 2 extra tacks, Frank McNamara will get around in 5th. I don't see Franzel emerging yet. There's John Power and 108 down there. There's Dave. That's on port, just tacking behind McNamara. Yeah. Oh, not bad. That's good enough to still win the day. Because he's already got a 1-2, and it's twice around, so look for them to pick up more. A whole lot of boats now crowded in mid-fleet. Franzel broke ahead of the mid-fleet group, and that's going to be huge because with no one behind him, he can do what Wade did in the previous race, set the spinnaker and dive low. In fact, they may want to jibe because the breeze is going right a little bit. It stopped going right. Settled down a little bit for Wade, who got in 3rd. Boy, early set on Ika. It's all right. Not hurting him too much unless it hits the lured boat, which is Wasabi, won the last race. All right, DeCapo's got a problem. They're now to windward of Wasabi, and so they won't be able to dive low. In fact, they're going to go maybe try to get over Mike Cannon. Okay, in this group, John Power's the back of the group, meaning he's got freedom to jibe and find a good lane, which he was doing so well in the previous race. He got swallowed up by the pack right behind him. There's the race class next there, just to leeward of Wasabi. There's 4 leaders down there. I believe Stiletto is still leading in that group. Okay, now we have simultaneous roundings. Well, Stiletto just still slightly ahead with John Dexter. Quigley rounding the leeward mark now. The later takedown and more of an abrupt turn. And it looks like Wade will round 3rd. Right down there, nice tight rounding with the jib coming in very timely. Also pretty tight turn to avoid getting into Charlie's bad air. But these guys seem to be going pretty low. Are they really that heady? They also are standing up too straight. They need more heel angle. Yeah, they just move the crew inboard a little more. So there's Wade left and Franzel right in our view, underneath the weather mark. but going across Stiletto easily. Now up to 4th. Remarkably steady conditions now compared to the westerly that went south that we had earlier. The southeast wind is beautiful. Incredibly steady, 7 knots. Looks like Warp Drive gets in there on Wade by laying the mark. Oh, there's an ebbing tide due to all of the rain runoff, and that helped Warp Drive cruise all the way up here. Franzel easily makes it in here for 4th. So Tim O'Day on Warp Drive was moved up to 2nd. So Stiletto now 5th after hooking the big righty on the first beat. 6th place, I believe this would be Frank McNamara. Ika gets around in 6th. Race class 7, Wasabi. They're having a pretty good day. They're in 8th. Poles on the ready for an early hoist among all 3 of these boats. Passing the weather mark on the way they offset. They could be hoisting any time. In fact, the next boat, the Capo, is hoisting already. Now they're finally all hoisting. So is this Wade leading here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a turnaround after rounding the weather mark 3rd. We were busy filming the weather mark and then picking up the weather mark. But there's your winner of race 3. And
nice job, fellas.
Charlie Quigley's got to be around here somewhere. This is Franzel going to be 3rd. It looks like Warp Drive will go from 2nd to 2nd, so to speak. Franzel completing a 1-2-3 day.
That's it.
And then
that's nice.
I believe that's Stiletto down there in 4th and Charlie Quigley in 5th. Those guys had a good last race. 2nd there on Warp Drive. This is the battle for 7th. And it's going to be close with Wasabi. And I believe Ika gets it, but I don't know. Who got that? Ika gets it. And that'll wrap it up for Saturday, January 28th. We'll see you next week. Actually, we'll see you back at the bar.